Howdy, six people watching who probably stumbled upon this video on accident. My name is Boone, and to my left is my associate, Ollie.
That it is, mate, and we hope you're ready to watch the first episode of our series, which will likely go largely unnoticed for the duration of its run. Lousy dead-end job.
Going back and forth on our decision of which movie to review first, we decided to talk about this Disney classic.
But not before, of course. Several months of intense reevaluations of our lives and wondering if being critics for a living was really a good idea.
Boy, howdy, those were the days.
Anyway, the film we have chosen for our first ever review is Hercules. Now, just what in the blue blazes was that?
Ollie.
Holy slimy cow!
Yes, beauty one, for it is I, Hercules!
Come again?
Huh? Sorry, let me start over. For it is I, Hercules! Any questions?
Yeah, first of all, how'd you do that with your voice?
Oh, it's nothing but a special technique. It runs through my family, you know.
Secondly, why'd you decide to come all the way out here?
You're reviewing Hercules, so it's my duty to be here.
Yeah, well, you see, the problem is you don't really, look like Hercules.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
Am I expected to stand here and listen to all this blasphemy?
Oh, no, your self-righteousness. We would never blaspheme you.
Huh, that's what I thought.
Except, may I ask, why is it that your eyes look so dead?
I just forgot my contact lenses. And besides, at least I have eyes.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe you wouldn't mind explaining those scrawny little legs of yours. I thought you were supposed to be a bodybuilder or something, mate. And would you look at the size of that head? It's larger than me Uncle Pete's criminal history. But you know what I really want to know? Why can't you do a single thing, except for point, at that stupid muscle of yours? You think it's so great, don't you?
I can do things beyond your comprehension. Like this, for example.
You mean like wasting more of our runtime? Hercules, listen, we really need to...
Behold my glory.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm feeling the burn now. Where's my chainsaw? I bet your grandmother's granny couldn't do this. I'm spinning around in circles, and, ta-da!
So, what do you think?
Listen, Herc, it was great, but we really need to get that... Oh, dear.
Now I'm spinning around in circles. You call that pile of rubbish talent?
Silence! It's time to battle, you fiend!
Battle? If it's a battle you want, then it's a battle you've got.
Wait, how did you get in between us so quickly?
Yeah, I could have sworn we were way closer.
That's not important now, fellas. We've got a movie to review.
He's totally hiding something from us, I know it.
Herc, the movie was good, okay?
Do you mean it?
Absolutely. First of all, I'd like to compliment the animation. The 2D style is perfect. It's a shame that we don't get more traditionally animated films like this today. Right, Ollie?
Yeah, I suppose. Plus, the movie is pretty funny, with lots of great jokes, and it's made even funnier by the great voice performances, from James Woods as Hades to Danny DeVito as that pig thing that follows Hercules around.
You mean Phil?
Yeah, I'm not great with names, sue me.
The story is engaging, the characters are well developed,
and all it was missing was a Stan Lee cameo.
So, in conclusion, we give this movie a 9 out of 10. We recommend it for any Disney fan or people who like to see big muscly men.
Of course, though, I would give it a 10 out of 10. No, a 210 out of 10. Because, of course, it's the greatest movie ever made. I mean, it stars me, the great Hercules. I mean, who could possibly be better than the great Hercules? I am the best. I am the greatest. No, I am number one.
K.O. Problem solved.
Ollie, why'd you do that? He's all the way down there now.
I thought we both agreed he needed to be kicked off stage.
Well, clearly we didn't see eye to eye.
You know, the problem with that, mate, is that we don't have eyes.
Shouldn't we at least help him up or something?
Oh, come on. If he could fight the Dark Underlord himself, then surely he can survive a fall from that height.
Guess I can't argue with that.
You just wait till I get back up there.
Well, I think that's all the time we have for today, folks.
And remember, kids, always eat your sandwiches. See you next time. You know, I really think our first show went well.
Howdy, 6 people watching who had nothing better to do today. I'm Boone.
And my name's Ollie.
And we'd like to welcome you back to our show. You may be wondering, say, why aren't you two in the same location as last time? Allow me to explain. You see, due to an incident involving a rusty power saw, a water buffalo, and a few Burger King coupons, we had to move locations. Possibly forever. I wonder whose fault that could be.
I already told you it was an Italian man protesting high taxes.
Oh yeah, sure. And I suppose I'm an IRS agent. It's a Super Mario time.
Right there.
Although we had a variety of options for our next review, we felt it would be fitting for this one to be next.
A movie so ugly that even the title admits it. We're reviewing Uglydolls.
Based on the popular 2001 toy line of the same name, Uglydolls is a 2019 animated film meant to cash in on other popular animated franchises like Trolls, for example, which was a mega hit when it came out.
And with all that in mind, surely this movie was a success, right?
Well, this is funnier than that time my Aunt Millie fell down the stairs. Woo-hoo.
Well, what better way to see why this movie was a failure than by talking about the characters first, starting with our protagonist, Moxie,
who has dreams of going to the so-called big world for some reason, but she's a bit too hyper and crazy for my liking. And believe me, that's saying something, because my best friend is this guy.
Oh, now come here, you.
Other characters include an ugly doll named Uglydolls. Yeah, real creative there, guys, real creative. How did you come up with that one? And he's some sort of dog-cat hybrid who likes to rap. Whatever, moving on.
There's also Wage, the town's baker, who likes to make, fudge brownie ice cream things. Sorry.
There's also the town's mayor, Ox, who acts as a father figure to Moxie and tries to convince her that the big world doesn't exist. But of course, she won't listen. There's Babbo, the pathetic Patrick Star clone.
We have Lucky Bat, who I guess is supposed to be the smart one, but they don't really do much with this concept. I don't really know why he's here.
There's Lou, the movie's main antagonist, who wants to wipe out the Uglydolls and has really nice glutes, by the way. I mean, have you seen those things? Look at them, they're great. And also is perfect and wants everyone to live up to his standards. Which brings us to the stereotypical shy girl who has to learn to stand up for herself and gain self-esteem by the end of the movie and blah 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 blah. Finally, we get to the man, the myth, the toy selling at Walmart for $9.99. I'm, of course, talking about Wedgehead. Yeah, he exists. But perhaps the most annoying and pointless characters in the movie are these three girls, who show up at random times and say things that aren't funny. Like, for example...
Kidnapping should be a crime. I'm pretty sure it is a crime.
Good points on both sides. Maybe we should stop the kidnapping until we settle this.
No way. He's expecting us, and I want him to see my bangs. They're sideswipe now.
Not gonna care about your bangs.
You guys are being haters lately.
I mean, it's just like if I randomly started talking about someone with a head shaped like a hammer and called him a freak, and then he showed right up out of nowhere. Hey there.
Hello?
I didn't anticipate this.
What do you know?
The freak thing was just a joke. I mean, really, how'd you get your head to look so nice?
I think I know how.
You see our point? It's just a bunch of useless filler that's not fun. Say a word.
Most of the characters in this movie are one-note, underdeveloped, or just pointless altogether. So I'm afraid the characters are gonna have to be given a rating of...
Kidnapping should be a crime. I'm pretty sure it is a crime.
Just talk about.
Ollie, let's try to calm down. Ow!
Sorry again, Boone.
Don't worry about it, Ollie. I know you didn't mean it.
Okay, good. Is that an arm cast or a part of your skin?
I'm not really sure.
We're gonna give the characters a 2 out of 10. I guess it's about time that we moved on to the animation, which admittedly is competent looking. I mean, it doesn't look bad by any means, but, it just doesn't really stand out from anything else I've seen in the last decade, or at all, really. It just looks like a standard kids film. It's bright and colourful, and I guess if there's anything else I had to add, it would be that...
I want him to see my bangs. They're sideswipe now.
Not gonna care.
Okay, that's it. I'm gone. See ya.
Hey, wait, where are you going?
I've had enough of these girls talking. I'm moving to Antarctica.
Oh, you should. I heard it's especially cold this time of year.
Then it's settled. Call you in a week.
Have I mentioned that he can't pick up on sarcasm very well?
Wait, the mail doesn't run today, does it?
The animation gets a 7 out of 10. Oh boy, I guess it's time to talk about the story now. Well, anyway, it starts out in Uglyville, where everyone's eating ice cream and cake and fudge brownie ice cream cakes or whatever they eat around there. Excuse me. But anyway, Moxie decides that she wants to go exploring and find the big world. And after convincing her friends to join her, they find themselves at the Institute of Perfection, a place where dolls go to be trained for the big world. Anyway, they meet up with Lou, the main antagonist, who tries to tell them that they will never succeed, and tries to take them out. But Moxie will not quit, and...
Got your bangs.
You guys are being haters lately.
That's it, you three. I've had it. I dare you to say one more thing. Come on, you three. The whole world's waiting for you to say something. Do it! Do it! Do it!
Ollie, calm down.
Calm down. Why, Boone, I'm only making one simple request. Say one more thing. Well, I think that took care of the problem.
So as we were saying...
My bangs?
Oh no, I just had my cast removed. This is not gonna happen again. Bring in the hand! You went that way, Chief. You'll never take me alone. You'll never take me alive. Feel better now, Ollie? He's fine, folks. This is just what he looks like when he's super calm.
Well, now that that's been taken care of, Lou kidnaps Ox, and Ox tells Moxie the truth about the Uglydolls' existence, which leads to a great depression across Uglyville. But one inspirational song later, and everyone's back and ready to defeat the bad guy. This leads to an epic showdown near the end, where everyone discovers Lou's true colors and Moxie saves the day. So all in all, Lou is defeated, the town is saved, and as for Moxie, she accomplishes her goal and becomes a lifeless object that, if not destroyed in some unforeseen event like a hurricane, will likely be sold at a yard sale within the next 2 to 3 years. It's pretty much your typical underdog story, and it's very cliche at that. It follows all the familiar beats, and the characters are already weak enough, so if I don't care about the characters, then why would I care about this story, or care about them accomplishing their goals?
In all, the story is weak, the characters are one note, and the animation is fine but nothing special. What are your thoughts, Ollie? Couldn't agree more. Anyway, Ollie and I have decided to give this movie a 3 out of 10. Skip this one if you can. And remember, kids. See you next time. Hey, wait, what are you doing? Oh, wait, hey.
I mean, have you seen those things? Look at them, they're great.
Ha! I knew I'd find those idiots here, sleeping on the job just like the lousy bums they are. It's hard finding good help these days. Morning, sleeping beauties. It's time to wake up. The British are coming. The British are coming. Oh,
Knock it off.
sweetenly. Oh, enough. Why aren't you two men at your posts instead of sleeping? Don't we always get the day off on Saturday? Yeah, right. I'm afraid this ain't elementary school, Private. This is a man's job. Nah, who cares? Why don't you lighten up, mate? Don't you realize who you're speaking to?
Well, to be honest, I think we both forgot your name.
I am Bennett, Lieutenant of the Senate. What does that even mean? Oh, I think it's a Vietnamese thing or something. All right, men. Your mission today is one of great urgency. There's a rogue DVD case on the loose, and I need you two to go out and capture it.
I'm sorry, a rogue what?
No time for questions now, Private. If you don't do it, something bad could happen. Who knows? We might be eaten alive. But how on earth do we find this bugger? It shall be a long and perilous journey, one which requires great loss, sacrifice, and pain. Lots and lots of pain. You must climb the highest mountain, sail across the deepest blue sea, and find... Oh, no, wait, there he is. Huh? Oh, yeah, and you have to review the Three Stooges movie, too. Good luck.
Oh, wait, how do we get him from all the way up there? Oh, good gravy.
Don't worry, Boone. I have a foolproof plan to get him down from there. Oi! Get down from there, you!
Mm-mm.
Blimey, I thought for sure that would work. Don't worry, Boone. I'll come up with some more plans while you review the movie.
Well, howdy, 6 people watching who had to sit through all that. Let's talk about the Three Stooges movie.
The Three Stooges is a 1930s comedy trio consisting of Moe, Larry, and Curly. Or Moe, Larry, and Chimp. Or Moe, Larry, and Joe. Or, hey, you know what? We'll just stick with Curly. Anyway, these three quickly became famous for their abundance of slapstick humor, leading to many injuries amongst impressionable young fans for the years to come. Stooge was huge. So it's no surprise that decades later, 20th Century Fox would pick the trio up for a full-length movie. Is it a faithful homage, or a movie made by a bunch of lousy knuckleheads? Could be both. Only one way to find out, though.
Alright, now I'm inside the cannon, and I need you to come over here and launch it.
If you say so.
Thanks, you're a real help, Boone. Alright, now I'm in the direction of the DVD. Now on the count of...
A count of 3? You should have said something sooner, Ollie!
Wait. Oh, I made it. Oh, I really made it. They Boone look like... Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Oh!
Guess we'll need a bigger cannon.
Our three main characters are Moe, Larry, and Curly, the Three Stooges, played by Chris Diamantopoulos, Sean Hayes, and Will Sasso, respectively. And let me just say firstly that these three do an extraordinary job of replicating the original Stooges. In fact, everything from their voices, mannerisms, and even their facial expressions are near perfect. It's almost like the original actors never left. They're funny, charming, and all-around stoogey. And that's not even mentioning the wide range of supporting characters in the movie which add to the humor and can act as great foils to the main characters. They're all entertaining in their own way, and there isn't a single one I can say that I dislike. The characters get a 10 out of 10.
Oh boy, it's another one of Ollie's plans.
That's right, Boone, and it's destined to be way better than the last.
What's your plan now, Ollie?
Well, you remember those grenades I stole from Mexico last month? You did what? I'll take that as a yes. Anyway, I place those grenades up there where he is, and when he least expects it, he's gonna blow up.
Ollie, have you lost your mind? No, who am I kidding? You're absolutely insane.
Not insane. Desperate. Now I'm gonna activate it, and take cover. Oh. Ugh. Oh, stupid DVD, just wait. Hey, wait, buddy. What are you doing? No, don't close. No. Wait, no. Oh, I really can't stand that hand. Oh, I mean, of all the hands in the world, why did we have to...
Oh, goody, the mail's here.
Shut up.
The movie follows our trio of Stooges who, in this movie anyway, have grown up in an orphanage and continue to live there even as adults. But one day the orphanage can no longer afford to keep running and is to be sold. But have no fear, for the Three Stooges are ready to set out on an epic journey to the big city to raise enough money to save the only home they've ever known. Somehow, though, they find themselves involved in the middle of a murder heist between a woman and her 3 lovers. And did I mention that Mo winds up on Jersey Shore? Firstly, let me just say that this movie doesn't really feel like a movie. In fact, it's split up into 3 different parts, which all come together by the film's conclusion. And actually, I think that's why it's so great. The great acting combined with the slapstick humor makes this feel like a classic episode of The Three Stooges, and ultimately that's a good thing. It stays faithful to the original source material in a way that I can forgive the somewhat cliché story of the characters trying to save a building from being sold or destroyed. Although admittedly there are points in the movie where I feel like it kind of loses focus on its main story. But again, the humor makes up for it. Not even Jersey Shore could ruin this gem of a film. The story gets an 8.5 out of 10.
For more, I'd like to add that... Oh my gosh. Ollie, you've had some crazy ideas before, but I never thought you'd stoop this low.
Oi, it worked for Bugs Bunny.
And just who on earth is this Ollie fellow? Why, all I see is one handsome devil. Come on down, handsome.
Now, when I give the word, I want you to ram into him. I'll try to keep him distracted as long as I can.
All right.
Oh, you look so big and strong. Aren't you quite a gentleman? I'd love to. Oh, hurry, Boone.
Oh, it's just too bad he'll have to miss out on that dinner. Oh well, let's go.
But we haven't finished the review.
The film gets a 9.5 out of 10. Why? Who cares, really? Now come on, let's go. I watched the whole thing, boys. And may I say that was some of the finest military combat I've seen in years. You've given honor to the great USA. And you know, there might be a promotion in your future.
A promotion?
Cheese and crackers. Now, why don't you and I get a look at this baby? Wait a minute. This isn't the DVD I told you to get. What do you mean it's not the right DVD?
It's the only case walking around.
No, it ain't, boys. That is.
Huh?
Love at first sight is such a beautiful thing, ain't it, mates?
But the mission failed. What's gonna happen to us now? Well, folks, it looks like we're going to be stuck in here for a while, so I guess that's all the time we have for today. And remember, kids,
always eat your sandwiches. Oh, you two will be eating sandwiches, all right. Knuckle sandwiches? Oh, come here, you. Oh, you want some mayonnaise with that? Oh, no, I got some ketchup right here.
I can't believe they're doing this to my own son.
Wait, Bobby? What in the blue blazes are you doing here?
Cause you haven't called me in 2 months, son.
Well, Mommy, you know I can't afford my phone bill.
You will pay for this travesty you have wrought. Prepare to be vanquished.
Oh, howdy there, folks. You're probably wondering how we wound up in this pickle.
Well, it was all thanks to a certain red guy who got his knickers in a twist.
All I did was state my opinion about a fictional character.
I'm gonna sock you right in the kid.
Let's go back to where it all began, shall we? It all started when Ollie and I were preparing for our next review. Howdy, 6 people watching who got tired of watching soap operas on cable TV. I'm Boone,
And my name's Ollie.
and we'd like to tackle something a little more complex.
Come on, guys, let's go.
We're gonna review every Star Wars movie in the history of the world.
Enjoy!
Come on, guys, can you give me an autograph? Can you sign me on my next?
Hold it! Who are you guys?
I'm only your biggest fan of the world. I'm Neely. I'm Lily. I'm Tilly. And that's Billy Bob.
I don't have a neck.
He's been crazy ever since he ate at that restaurant in South Asia. We'd like to make a request for My Little Pony the movie.
That girly pile of glittery rubbish? No way. Besides, we're already covering Star Wars.
Actually, that could work.
Sorry, what?
Ollie, this is our first fan request. Let's take advantage of this.
But Star Wars?
We'll do it another time, alright?
Fine.
Hey, thanks for it, Ollie.
Here's my neck. Those darn kids.
Let's review some ponies.
Pony outfit.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Jillian.
Okay, it's cute for my 6-year-old daughter. It's just playing creepy on a man. Do you have a girlfriend? Do you still live at home? What's your story?
In a basement?
That pretty much sums up everyone's reaction to figuring out that the majority of people who like this show were in fact grown adult men who call themselves bronies. Released back on the Hub Network in 2010, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic became an overnight success. Although it came as a shock to almost everybody that grown men liked this show, Hasbro didn't really care so long as they were making money and selling toys. So it was only a matter of time before this show got its own theatrical movie.
I mean, just look at this guy. Do you really think he'd miss the opportunity to see a My Little Pony movie? I don't think so.
And so, in 2017, My Little Pony the movie was unleashed onto the world. And with the newest My Little Pony movie being released on Netflix earlier this year, what better time to talk about this film, starting with the animation, which looks surprisingly fluid for a film based on a TV series animated in Flash. In fact, there are times when it kind of looks jarring when compared to the TV show. The movements are much more fluid, the eyes on the characters are much bigger and more glittery, and overall it just looks way more, well, movie-ish, because, well, it's a movie, not a TV show. I really don't think I should have to explain that. This film was animated using a kind of software called Toon Boom, and the results are fantastic. The world looks and feels huge and vibrant, and I almost feel like I'm in the movie myself.
But if there's one thing I had to critique, it would be the usage of CGI backgrounds, because sometimes the characters don't really blend in very well with their surroundings.
But otherwise, I'd say it's very good. The animation gets a 9 out of 10.
For this segment, I'd like to combine both the story and the songs. The film follows our protagonist, Twilight Sparkle, the Princess of Friendship. Uglydolls, this can't be serious.
Just keep going, Ollie.
Alright. Still stupid, though. Anyway, it follows Twilight Sparkle and her friends as they go on an epic journey outside of Equestria to save their home from an evil tyrant known as the Storm King? I'm sorry, I just can't.
Meanwhile, the Storm King has one of his hench ponies pursue Twilight and friends, and her name is Tempest. She hopes that in doing this, she will have her broken horn restored. The story is alright. There's some pretty cool and interesting moments, but overall it's pretty predictable, albeit a tad bit darker than the TV show.
And as for the musical numbers, well, let me ask you this question. Have you ever taken a cheese grater, snuck up behind a billy goat, and then rubbed it across its bum just to hear what it would have to say in response? If your answer was no, then clearly you haven't listened to these songs.
The story gets a 6 out of 10.
And the bloody songs get a 1 out of 10. Moving on.
Finally, we reach the characters. First, there's our main hero, Twilight Sparkle, who in typical fashion is very anxious and worrisome at the start. She's the type that likes to plan, and if things aren't absolutely perfect, she might go berserk. The other main characters aren't really all that fleshed out, only really showcasing one particular characteristic. Pinky is obnoxious, Applejack is honest, Rarity is snobby and likes fashion, Rainbow Dash is competitive, Spike is the assistant,
And Fluttershy is absolutely precious.
Most of the focus is on Twilight, so they don't really get to do as much. The villains include the Storm King, who despite being a villain, only gets about 4 minutes of screen time. The real villain, Tempest, is actually a pretty complex and interesting character, as well as a good threat. There's also a wide variety of side characters that I don't really care about, so overall the characters are alright. Not particularly great on the whole, but decent enough that I can root for them. The characters get a 6 out of 10. And overall, that's the best way I can describe this movie. It's just alright. The story's alright, the characters are alright, and the only thing that really stands out is the animation. And even that's not entirely perfect, not that I expect it to be. I will say, though, that Applejack is by far the best character in my opinion.
What did you just say?
I said Applejack's my favorite. What's the matter?
You gonna fight me?
Alright, boys, I want a good, clean fight. Just getting all that whammy.
You're rooting against me?
Well, yeah, I already bet my life savings on him.
Did everyone bet on Ollie winning?
Yes, I would say so.
Rats.
It's almost time to start.
Ollie, you don't even like him. Why do you care so much?
Fluttershy is the best pony and her honor must be preserved. Plus, I like these boxing gloves. They make me look tough.
Ollie, I don't even think you've ever seen...
3, 2, 1, fight! I'm gonna knock you right to the ground. Oh!
Ollie?
We lost all our money!
No!
We lost all our life savings! Now is the time for action! Get them at once!
What? That sounds like the adoring fans cheering me on. Thank you, mate. Oh!
And that's pretty much how we got you.
Boone, I'd just like to apologize.
For what, Ollie?
For you having the wrong opinion.
Seriously, Ollie?
Any last words, you heathens?
Untie me before I knock you right in the bloody kisser.
Very well then, prepare to be crushed in 3.
I always imagined this would be the way I'd go out, but not this soon.
2.
I at least wanted to overthrow Canada's government first.
1.
How am I not shocked that you said those things?
Hold it!
E.
We have something to say!
Can you make it quick? I want revenge for losing all my life savings.
That's gonna wait! This is more important! Go ahead, tell them, Billy Bob!
You see, folks, sometimes in life people are going to have different opinions than you, but you shouldn't get upset. I should know, because one time I said that gasoline was a great drink, and an awesome substitute for Dr. Pepper. Of course, my mother didn't agree, but I drank it anyway, and I didn't let that affect me.
Do you get it now? Oh yes, very inspiring speech.
Billy Bob possesses wisdom beyond his years. I now see the error of my ways.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's untie them!
Wait, what?
You guys are free now!
And we're very thankful. Right, Ollie?
I guess.
Ollie, my baby!
Mommy, not in front of the guys.
What on earth?
Well, I'd say we all learned an important lesson today. And remember, kids,
Always.
You fools! There was no lesson learned. That was just a bunch of nonsense spouted by a child. I will not... No!
and remember, kids,
Always eat your sandwiches. See you next time.
Okay, Ollie, it's time for the review.
There's no way it's time. We haven't even decided what we're reviewing yet.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, okay, what about a review of the Dennis James Carnival?
Oh, come on, Boone. That show is so old it makes me Uncle Pete look like a Catholic schoolgirl.
Okay, well, we should at least tell the 6 people watching what's going on.
All right, I'll do it. Good day, mates. It is with great indifference that I must inform you we don't have a review for you today. Go do something productive.
Shut up, you buggers! I hope your chooks turn into Emus and kick your dunny down!
It's not like a bloody idea is just gonna fall from the sky. Normally when I say something like that, something bad...
Oh! Ollie, are you alright?
What does it look like, you bloke?
Is that a tomato?
Yeah, what's it to you?
Talking tomato. I've got it! I know what we're gonna review today.
Just what would it be?
Well, if you like to talk to tomatoes, have we got a show for you. VeggieTales is a Christian animated series created by Phil Vischer and Mike Naraki. Starting in 1993, VeggieTales would soon go on to be a surprise hit, and to this day it still remains the undefeated champion of the Christian entertainment industry. Heck, even Ollie and I used to be huge fans. Isn't that right?
I think our VHS collection speaks for itself.
I wonder how that got in there.
For a long time, VeggieTales seemed like it was unstoppable. And then this happened.
But let's ignore that pile of manure and focus on the real stuff. No, not that either.
This is our review of VeggieTales. This show primarily focuses on its 2 main hosts.
First, there's Larry, a silly green pickle who's usually the main source of comic relief.
I'm a cucumber.
And then there's Bob the Tomato, the more serious one of the group who usually acts as the straight man to Larry's foolishness. Huh, now who do they remind me of?
Who do Bob and Larry remind Boone and Ollie of? Is it A, themselves, B, it's obviously themselves, C, why is this even a question, it's so obviously themselves, or D, George W. Bush and Michael Jackson? Oh, looks like time's up. It's time to reveal the answer.
Maybe George H.W. Bush and Michael Jackson.
Sounds about right.
Aha! I knew it! I knew you'd get them confused. It was George H.W. Bush, not George W. Bush. Read your history books if you don't know who that is.
Junior Asparagus is another important character on the show, who's often the center of the stories. He can be a brat sometimes, but hey, at least he learns his lesson in the end. Usually.
Speaking of asparaguses, there's also Archibald Asparagus, a stereotypical snooty, uptight British fellow. Jimmy and Jerry Gord are fat and like to eat, but we'll forgive them. I mean, after all, they did save everyone from being destroyed by a giant popcorn meteor.
And who could possibly forget the French peas?
Come on, is that really the best impression you can do, Ollie?
Well, I suppose I can do a pretty good Mr. Lamp, though.
Because I'm a decorative gourd who doesn't have eyes. I usually keep them covered by a hat that I wear all the time. I even wear it to sleep sometimes, and I don't even realize it. Well, I believe I can do a much better Mr. Nezzer than Paul Grape.
Oh, you both suck!
Anyway, our point is that VeggieTales has such a wide variety of funny and interesting characters, each with their own unique traits and quirks. We'll give them a 10 out of 10. Something that should probably be established right away is that this show came out in the early 90s, 1993 to be exact.
That's right. This came out before Toy Story.
And it really shows. The animation certainly isn't the worst I've ever seen, however, it does look pretty primitive by today's standards. However, the later episodes from the 2000s and onwards do pick up in animation quality, and I think the results are pretty decent. It's not exactly Pixar animation, but it's good enough. The later episodes just have a cleaner and more refined look to them than the earlier ones.
However, that early 90s look is kind of a part of its charm, if you ask me. I mean, of course, it's not really all that great looking, but I don't know, I kind of like it for some reason. I believe it's fair to give the animation a 6 out of 10.
And now it is time for Obnoxious Tunes with Ollie, the part of the show where Ollie comes out and sings a tune obnoxiously. Get your aspirin ready.
Here's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoes. No, you can do anything but... Did you at least like my sideburns?
That was something, but at least it leads us into our next topic, the story and the songs. Each episode has the characters either reenacting a Bible story or telling an original tale that ties into a particular Bible verse. Whatever the case, this show still manages to set itself apart from other Christian TV shows because of how it manages to teach biblical values and lessons without feeling too preachy or redundant. This show balances its religious undertones with genuine hilarity and entertainment. The best example of this has to be the Silly Songs with Larry segment. And unlike what Ollie would have you believe, these songs aren't terrible. Oi! I mean, come on, just listen to this one.
Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where is my hairbrush? Oh, where, 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 oh, where is my hairbrush?
You see, this show isn't afraid to set the teachings aside for a little bit and have some fun.
With that being said, I believe the teachings themselves are done very well, and regardless of your own personal beliefs, some of these lessons can be applied to everyone's life, such as being kind to other people.
As if you'd know anything about that.
Oi! I am quite affable, you stupid jerkface!
Anyway, it's no wonder that secular and religious audiences could both enjoy this show. We give it a solid 8 out of 10. Well, I guess that's all for now. And remember, kids,
always eat your sandwiches. Boone, are you okay? Don't worry, I'll get some help.
Oh, thanks, Ollie. You're a lifesaver.
Gotcha.
Okay, first of all, how'd you play that noise on a tuba?
Same reason we don't have faces. The guy in charge of making these things is too lazy.
What guy in charge?
So I put that there for you to slip on just so I can make this noise after. Larry would be so proud, right, mate?
Ollie, how would you like a hat?
Sure, slap it on me.
Let's try that again, shall we? And remember, kids,
See you
next time.
Boone? Boone, are you there? Oh, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Hey there, folks. I'm Mo Dirt. I didn't see you there. Probably because I'm just looking into a camera and there's no one actually in front of me. Say, would you kids like to hear a Christmas story? I'll take that as a yes. It's got all that great Christmas crap you kids like so much. Jolly elves and Santa Claus and mooses running over Ollie's mom and... I think I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Plus, only the last thing is true. Why don't we start from the very beginning? Roll the cartoon, Smokey! Hello to 6 people watching who saw their mommies kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe at night. I'm Boone.
And my name's Ollie.
And welcome to our first holiday special. We love Christmas, don't we, Ollie?
Oh, I used to, but now all I get are lumps of coal. Santa couldn't even be bothered to wrap it first.
Maybe you should stop making fun of old people.
Trust me, I've done way worse.
Whatever. Anyway, we thought since Christmas is a time for giving, we'd give something to you. Care to do the honors?
Sure thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the surprise we have for you today is none other than a moose. I said a moose. One moment, please. Crikey! My shipment was supposed to come in today. You can't get on the postal service for anything.
You mean you didn't check before we started filming?
Was I supposed to? Yes! Well, you learn something new every day, don't you?
Oh, all right, folks. Because of Ollie here, we're going to have to wait for it.
You make it sound like a bad thing. Come on, how long could it possibly be, eh? Here! Boone, wake up! It's finally here!
Ollie, it's been 50 years, and it's only just now showing up?
Yes, Boone, it's a miracle!
Ollie, you old coot, if you had only checked 50 years ago, we wouldn't be in this mess.
You're right, Boone. Now I've become what I hate. Old!
Look, Mommy, Peeba, can I make fun of him in a way that suggests you have poor parenting skills? Of course, hon, but be home before dark. Thanks, Mom! My mommy says old people are ugly and stupid, eh?
We don't have time for this, come on! He's right inside.
What is that thing?
Boone, say hello to the moose.
That's a moose?
That's what they sent me.
But that doesn't look anything like a moose. It looks more like a Halloween decoration.
Yeah, I know. And look at those antlers. It looks like something a kid made in arts and crafts at school.
And those celery sticks for eyebrows.
Ugh, we've been scammed.
Oh dear.
Where's my baby I haven't seen in over half a century? I've got a present for you.
Ma'am, look out! No! Ma'am! I can't believe it. Ollie,
50 years have gone by and she hasn't aged a day. Ollie! No!
Alright, there's no need to panic. She's just in a coma.
But where did the moose go?
I don't know, but for now, let's stay calm and figure something out. And that's when they realized they knew what to do. Boone and Ollie needed to make a Christmas movie review. Can't we just Call an ambulance or something?
No.
How contrived can this get? Let's review something. Alright, look, let's be honest here. We've all seen this special at least once in our lives. Alright, so does this special really need an introduction? Based on the original comic strips by Charles Schulz, this special has become a holiday favorite. But why is it so beloved? Well, let's find out. And what better place to start than by talking about the characters? First starting with Charlie Brown himself, our lovable, wishy-washy protagonist. Good old Charlie Brown is feeling a little down this holiday season because of how commercial everything's gotten. He wishes to change that, but unfortunately, everyone else is so caught up in their holiday festivities that they can't take the time to realize what the holiday's really about. There's his best friend Linus, who's always carrying around a little blanket wherever he goes. I don't really understand what's up with that. But I forgive him because he seems to be really smart. Maybe a little too smart. I'm a little afraid of what he might know, to be honest. Other Peanuts mainstays include Charlie Brown's dog Snoopy, Linus' sister Lucy, and a whole cast of very charming characters. Although there's one thing you might notice right off the bat when watching this. The voices are a little off. Believe it or not, that's because they're all voiced by children, the same age as the characters. I mean, just listen to this clip for instance.
How about 10s and 20s? 10s and 20s? Oh, even my baby sister. All I want is what I have coming to me. All I want is my fair share.
So, since they're so young, the line delivery can be a little clunky at times, but they give it their all. The characters themselves are still incredibly well written and stay true to how they were portrayed in Charles Schulz's original strips. Therefore, we give the characters a 9 out of 10. And now it's time to move on to the animation, and from first glance it looks alright, the designs are great, and retain that look from the comic strips, but the animation itself is very rough looking. The special was animated by Bill Melendez, who had previously animated some Peanuts Ford commercials.
Here are Charlie Brown and his friend.
Why, thank you, Charlie Brown.
The final result is very stilted and rough, but somehow, that just makes it all the more charming. It actually reminds me of some Hanna-Barbera cartoons like the Flintstones.
It's genuine aeroplane luggage, made out of an old aeroplane.
The animation is going to get a 6 out of 10. Alright, now all we have to do is cover the story and we'll be done. What the? Oh goody, Hallmark is on.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Good morning, America. I'm generic news anchor guy. In today's news, a wild moose has gone on a rampage across town. The moose has since been detained after poisoning our water supply, burning our crops, and delivering a plague onto our houses. Now a word from the chief of police. Coconut. Thank you for that word. Once again, this is generic news anchor guy saying, I am not standing in front of a cardboard box.
Yes, you are!
Darn it. Oh no, we gotta hurry. Poor Charlie Brown is having another bad Christmas. Not only has he not received any Christmas cards, but also, everyone else seems so concerned with flashiness and presents that they can't even take the time to realize what Christmas is truly about. Charlie Brown seeks advice from Lucy, who suggests that he directs the Christmas play at school. However, things don't go as planned, as Charlie Brown's directions go ignored and all the kids do their own thing. Charlie Brown is about to give up when Lucy suggests that he go out and find a Christmas tree to make the play truly special. But due to Charlie Brown's limited funds, he can only afford the smallest, scrappiest tree there. The children mock him, prompting Charlie Brown to ask what Christmas is really about. After that, Linus delivers a speech to all the kids about what the true meaning of Christmas is. This cheers up Charlie Brown and he goes back home to celebrate Christmas the way he wants to, without trying to make everything perfect. Due to Linus' speech, the other children have a change of heart, following Charlie Brown home and decorating the tree that he bought to make it look better. They all celebrate Christmas together and have a happy holiday. Now, one thing you'll notice is that this story is incredibly simple. It's not all that detailed or complex, but it doesn't need to be. And in a way, the simplistic story actually kind of represents the message of the special. It's that Christmas doesn't have to be all about commercialism and flashiness and presents. It doesn't have to be perfect or grand or anything. You just need to celebrate it with the people you love. It's amazing how this special, through all its imperfections, actually turns out pretty perfect. We're gonna give the story a 9 out of 10, while the special overall gets a 10 out of 10. Why is your mom still out cold, Ollie?
Oh, I knew this was a waste of time. Ahem.
We believe this creature belongs to you? Oh boy.
What makes you say that?
No, I don't know. Maybe this incriminating evidence?
But that wasn't there before.
But alas, the plot demands it. Alright, old-timers, come here.
Hey, Mommy, look! It's us old people again!
And do you remember what I taught you to do when you see old people?
Treat them with the utmost respect?
No, laugh! So, you think that's funny, eh?
Sure do, officer.
Well, how's this for comedy? You're under arrest.
For what?
For just being a plain old jerk.
But that's not a crime. You can't arrest me.
Yeah, take it up with the judge. Book her, Tommy.
But wait, no, I'll sue you. I'll sue all of you. So do I go with you or just stay here? Yeah, I'll just go with you.
You know what, boys? I've had a change of heart. Because I'm so incompetent at my job, I'm gonna let you two off the hook.
All right!
But only on one condition. Do something about that moose. Is there a problem?
No, absolutely not. We're fine. Yeah.
All right. Have a Merry Christmas. I know I won't.
Well, all that's over, but our Christmas is still ruined.
Not quite.
Mommy!
What happened? Just a little fender bender, that's all.
It's really great to have you back, Mom. Now, about that present...
Of course. Gotta go get it. See, Ollie, there's at least one positive.
It's too bad we're still owed, though.
Well, continuity doesn't exist in this world, so we should be back to normal soon.
Nice. But you know, I think I learned something today.
The true meaning of Christmas and the importance of respecting your elders?
What? No. I learned that holiday specials suck, and we should never do one again.
Agreed. Now, about that moose...
I've got an idea. All right, Moose. Back in the box with you. Go! Go!
Guess he didn't want his present. Yep, it sure was the best Christmas ever. And remember, kids, always eat your sandwiches. I mean, come on, how many times do we have to say it? Just do it.